Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I'll be reviewing 444, the new album by Jay-Z. He goes and talks a lot about on this album, so I thought I would go through each song and talk about what he goes through in each song. So in Killa Jay-Z, he talks about his mistakes and the perception of Jay-Z from other people. In the story of OJ, he talks a lot about how to invest with money and how he did it as well. In Smile, he talks about growing up with his mom and about her sexuality. And in Caught Their Eyes, he talks about old and current struggles he occurs. And in 444, he apologizes to Beyonce for his mistakes and worries about how when he has to tell his children about his mistakes. On Bam, he talks about his beef with some people. And in Moonlight, he talks about his confusion and anger with the rap industry. In Family Feud, he talks about him and the rap industry. In Marcy Me, he talks about growing up in Marcy. And in Legacy, he talks about family and the African American struggle. So overall, I thought this was a great album. I thought this was one of his best albums. I'll be the first to say that I'm not the biggest Jay-Z fan. I've always thought he was an overrated lyricist. That's not saying he's not good, but I do think that he's not at the top like people say he is. But I think this was his most thoughtful album, and it was really well thought out. You can tell it was well produced, it was well written. You can tell he worked very hard on this project, and he took a couple of years to do it, and I don't mind that if you're going to take a longer time to put out better work. That's a great job by him. And he had great one-liners on these. He had a couple one-liners that just like made you have to stop and pause the song. And this is the most diverse Jay-Z album. I've talked to other people, including myself, sometimes going through a Jay-Z album, you get a little bored. It sounds the same, but this one I was able to go through very easily. So thank you so much, and that's a wrap.